Headaches, especially tension headaches, are a very common anxiety symptom, and for some of us they can be pretty damn scary. For me, they weren't just something uncomfortable I had to deal with on an almost daily basis, but they freaked me out because my health anxiety led me to believe that I was having a brain tumor, stroke, or a brain aneurysm. So in this video I'm going to explain the connection between stress and these dreadful tension headaches. First of all, it is important to know that stress is actually the number one reason for headaches. As we with anxiety issues are under tremendous amounts of stress almost throughout the day, it is no wonder that so many of us suffer from all kinds of headaches. A tension headache is most commonly described as a dull pain that causes pressure in your head. This pain can be affecting a very specific area like your neck and the back of your head, the forehead, or even just behind your eyes. Or it can be a very general pain like your skull is being squeezed tightly, and some people even describe it as having a tight band around their head. In most cases, tension headaches are light to moderate in pain and are more of an uncomfortable feeling than some sort of unbearable pain. But for us anxiety sufferers, the main issue is the frequency with that these headaches occur and how they interfere with our day-to-day lives. And probably more important is how we perceive and process them in our minds. People with anxiety issues, such as general anxiety disorder, are under stress 24/7. This causes the body to send out stress hormones, which then triggers the body's ancient emergency reaction called the fight or flight response. This response is set in motion when our mind believes that we are in great danger, and it instantly prepares us to either fight or flee from this perceived danger. One way it does this is to tense our muscles so they become harder and more difficult to be penetrated and injured, and also to reduce our reaction time so we are ready for action in an instant. This muscle tension is the reason for plenty of stress-related symptoms, and just one of them being these tension headaches. These are often caused by tight shoulder and neck muscles, especially from a group of muscles that are located at the base of the skull. So when these muscles remain tense for a prolonged period of time, they can become painful and then will cause a headache. Also, through tension in these muscles, a nerve exiting the base of the skull can be compressed, which then causes a dull pain that wraps over the head and above the eyes. Because people with anxiety issues are stressed around the clock, muscles find little to no time to relax, and so over time these headaches can become frequent and more severe. You can say that in most cases, tight muscles are the root cause of tension headaches in most of us anxiety sufferers. It is equally important to know that the body's fight or flight response not only changes our physical body state, but switches our mind into high alert mode. It does this so we can, as quickly as possible, receive information from the outside world and process them instantly, and then act on this information. Because this stress response is a very ancient reaction where time was of essence to survival, this processing is almost done automatically without us having too much control over it. What back in the day was so helpful for your well-being is in today's world mostly unnecessary and even hindering. Because the fight or flight response does not differentiate between stress from an actual threat or stress from day-to-day struggle, it will trigger the response when a certain threshold is broken. So now imagine yourself sitting in your office chair, highly stressed, and feel a headache coming on. Your body and mind will go into fight or flight mode, but without seeing any actual danger around you, your highly sensitive and alerted mind needs to find some reasoning behind why you are feeling the way you do. And then boom, thoughts like, shit, I'm having a stroke, or oh god, this could very well be cancer, come up. Because the mind is on auto mode, it forces yourself to find devastating reasons for the way you feel, because a tight deadline at work doesn't seem like a plausible explanation for all of this. At the end of the day, your highly sensitive mind plus the prolonged and frequent headaches will turn into a worry in itself. Because without having much knowledge about what anxiety can do to you, it is very difficult to believe that stress alone can cause such symptoms. Also, many of us with an anxiety disorder have adopted a poor lifestyle and habits either by choice or involuntarily that can make a headache more frequent and severe. Among these are fatigue, insomnia, cigarette and alcohol consumption, avoiding exercise, poor posture, and an unhealthy diet. So to improve your condition, it is essential to reduce stress in general, but I would say for this specific symptom what helped me the most was regular exercise. I've made it a habit to go to the gym at least 3 times a week and training my muscles with the big compound movements. Your muscles will become stronger and more resilient to tension. Plus, successfully implementing a strict workout routine will give you a huge ego boost, which I believe is one of the most important aspects of anxiety recovery. Another tip I can strongly recommend is that when you feel a tension headache coming up, just go out for a short run. I can almost guarantee that just after 10 to 20 minutes, your muscles will be more relaxed, the stress hormones in your body vanished, and the headache has disappeared. One more thing that can work wonders is, when you lie in bed, just carefully place a hot pack at the base of your skull and feel how the warmth slowly releases all that built up tension. Go ahead and really try to put these tips into action. And the most crucial part of it all is, of course, consistency. If you've liked this video and want to see more content just like this one, consider subscribing.